Welcome back, everyone, to this edition of Try Hard Trucking with me, Rollcase TV, where I do the best I can with what I've got, which is not a lot of talent, but a whole lot of beautiful skies. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Northern Lights. Yeah, nice. All right, enough of that. Let's make it morning. Because I can. Because this is easy mode. And see, okay, I just changed it to morning, right? And the sun is coming in from the same side. Well, I guess that's the northern lights. It doesn't really, the sun never sets on Kola Peninsula. It just fades away like an old rock star. Anyway, I am here in Kola Peninsula in Lake Cove. I'm about to move into non-laked cove. If I can find a way to get there. Yeah, I don't know how to get there, but it's time to explore the next map. And not sure the best way to get to this road. It's probably not that way, but I'll figure something out. And to the gateway. I was there once. I plan fuel until earlier episode, I finished off all the tasks. There were a couple scouting tasks left, need to be done here, and so it's time to move on and scout out the next one. And I apologize if it's a little dark. It seems to be okay looking on the live stream, but you know, sometimes between Twitch's compression for the live stream and YouTube compression, decompression of the live stream, it can get a little weird, get a little dark. Sometimes there's motion blur, but no motion blur now because I ain't going that fast. Yes, in case you didn't read the thumbnail and you're watching on YouTube, these episodes are all streamed on Twitch and then chopped up and exported to YouTube. Twitch.tv/RollCage_TV. Come watch the show live. I haven't got a lot of live viewers, people chatting lately. You know what? A friend of mine, she had like a sound that played when people chatted, and I need that because I lose track of my chatting, especially when people don't chat that often. Plus, I have bots that run every so often and you know, give messages like, hey, if you missed anything, go find the permanent archive on YouTube. I'm waiting to hear the replay because that was cool music. That was cool music. Okay, you didn't hear the replay, but I heard it, so I paused. I wanted to hear it twice. It was so nice. All right, now where? I don't know. That's the whole point of exploring a new map. I do know I have to get the other thing. Oh, I need to get the other thing here, like right away. With this map, I have to do them together. The other vehicle is actually better for the exploring. Okay. I forgot that there's nothing you can see. And so if you go down here in this trail, you're going to leave a trail of gray that needs to be re-explored. That's okay. Let's go for it. But I like to bring the other vehicle with me that can carry a trailer. And drag the prototype exploration unit, the PEU, the pew 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 as I call it, which I've been using ever since the beginning because I could, because I'm playing in easy mode. I don't have to find the trailers to fly them. But this is the location, Kola Peninsula, where you can find that. And I will be continuing to use that even after the radar truck comes out, which is going to be like, I don't know how many years before I get to that. That's like the 18th region or something, 19th, 18th, 17th, 19th. Oh, come on. Oh, this is going to be very difficult. I am going to bring the other truck here, the other Jeep Wrangler here on another truck. I have decided. Now I have discovered that I am going to do that. I have a nice one. Okay. Yes, this truck is the poor little Jeep Wrangler is not going to get through this mess on its own. Not if this vehicle needs a winch. So I am going to take it. I am going to come here with the big thing. Do I want it on a trailer? I could. There's two ways I could do this. I'm going to stop the engine now and think about it. The vehicles I have the big old Zix Mastodon, which could carry the truck in its bed, or on its flat bed. It doesn't have an articulated bed, unfortunately. And then I can tow the portable expedition, the pew 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 exploration. It's not portable, it's prototype, the pew pew pew. I could tow that, or I could just tow the Wrangler with the thing attached, or I can get a ramp flatbed and drive it up onto that, and then do the thing from there. Now, the problem with towing it straight out, the problem with putting the truck on the bed and then towing the trailer, it's easier to just tow the trailer, but then I have to use the crane to unload the vehicle all the time. The problem with towing the Wrangler behind with the portable exploration unit is that it's harder to get all that through. I guess not that much harder. The downside of putting it on the bed is that, like I said, I have to take it off. And if I tow it, it'll always be attached and I can just change trucks, go there, and whatever. If I take it through a trailer, the downside is the trailer is inconvenient to get places, which is also inconvenient if I winch the thing to get it through places. But I think that's the way I'm going to do it. Is winch it. This is gonna take so long with it all black like this. And I have to make sure that I get. You know what? I'm just going to leave this here. I am going to go ahead and go back to the other one. Because I don't want to accidentally leave something. The problem is, even if it's not gray, it doesn't necessarily reveal everything. And so if I drive somewhere, even the thin, in this case white, fully visible path won't necessarily find trailers that are just off the road or upgrades that are just off the road, even though they're in the white part. And so if I only scan in places that are the gray path, I might still miss something. So I have to pay attention to everything, not just the gray, what's still grayed, but things that may not be grayed that are fully visible because I drove somewhat by them in the scout vehicle. So what I'm going to try this time is just tow the Wrangler behind. I wish, you know, the ramp flatbed is great. I can drive the thing up. There's enough room for both the trailer and the truck. But there's always been an issue with it. And then all I have to do is switch to it. And I have to unhitch the trailer in order to do the to actually lock them down on the trailer. But then I know they're locked down. I wish that truck came with a bed that was large enough, but of course it doesn't. No truck has a bed that's 4 slots. Well, okay, we are gonna pick up a pew pew pew, and there isn't one here, but they're close by at the trailer store. So let's get out of here and go to the trailer store. And I actually have a truck in the way, another truck. Which I want that truck. So it's going to sell that trailer, and then it's going to tow me. No, I don't need fuel. I'm almost there. This truck is going to be the truck that I wanted. It's not configured. It is configured with the... Is it configured with the crane? No, it's configured with the tree thing. Okay, so let's switch to it. Yeah, it's configured with the tree crane. That doesn't do me any good. Okay, I wasn't even thinking about this last time. Let's sell the trailer. Because I'm certainly not going to use that to tow things now. Now I am going to go ahead and cover the vehicle. And I'm going to take off this crane and put on that crane, big crane. That's not as big as this crane, right? Yeah, that's the bigger crane. Heavy duty crane for extreme heights. Yes, that's the one I want. Okay, but I'm not going to pull that out now. I'm going to instead pull this one out. And I might as well leave the bed with me because it doesn't really matter, does it? Or do I want to put a flat bed on it just in case? No, I'll take this one. This is better for taking other stuff. It does have the crane on it. Yes, it does. Let's see if that does. The little crane might be helpful for getting the Wrangler out of difficult situations. Okay. I will drive this thing just out of here. And just go to this main road here. And then the pew 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 is going to or the Wrangler will go get the pew 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 and bring it back here. I guess I could tow them both now. It would give me an idea of this. Yeah, sure. Let's because I'm not getting through that snow on this thing with carrying that trailer. And I will even stop the engine because I won't need it. Launch winch. There. Yeah, that's also part of the problem, is that it's off center. A bit closer. That's good. Okay, now we'll go get the trailer. And now we have a long trip ahead of us just getting over to the other map. But it would have to be done. I was hoping to find the garage with the Hercules. And then I could just warp everything over there. But unfortunately, I'm not going to find the garage unless I explore a whole bunch of stuff without benefit of the pew pew pew. And that is potentially dangerous. So I will drag these vehicles over here the hard way, as if I was playing hard mode, and have to pay to work them. But the other vehicles, I can work over there. So I don't have to do this trip more than once. Ouch! In fact, I could have done it just once, because I could have put this little thing in the bed, and then drag the Razvani behind me. Had I been planning, had I actually planned this stuff out. Okay. And prototype exploration unit. That's the baby. Alright. Let's change trucks again. And let's move forward a tiny bit. If I just do this, it'll work, right? Yes. Then I don't have to decide. Do I want to put it on the left or the right? It'll decide for me. Okay. And I don't have the engine on because I don't want to waste the fuel. Because I'm going to use this Wrangler as a refueling station for this truck. And for the pew pew pew. I gotta hold it down for this. So I'm keeping the engine off to not waste the fuel. And I don't, certainly, its little engine isn't gonna help me. Oh, but I don't have it marked. And don't want to waste the fuel. So I have to put the thing back on. I have to get over there to the gateway. And I think I learned from hard experience the best way to get there is actually across the river. That's where I want to go, actually. Maybe I'll just... Then I won't get disoriented. And we are going to... let's go. I think I can get away with this. We'll see. Life is an experiment. Or a highway. It's a highway on the ice. Okay. Now, this thing is really difficult to get stuck, even in this crackly ice. But I am going to drive over here, which means I'm going to risk accidentally driving the Wrangler off into the water, which would be very bad. I don't think I could tow it out of the water. And the prototype exploration unit, then, pulling that out of the water, would be really bad. So let's make sure I don't do that, because I don't want to have to delete the trailer. I'm going to sell the trailers. All the trailers are to be sold. That's part of why my 100% challenge is any trailers on the map I'm going to sell. And some things I can't sell, like those portable cabins. They're grayed out. They're just there. I can't do anything about them. But everything that can be cleared off the map, I'm going to clear off. Any temporary cargo, any trailers, etc., etc. So I have spent a bit of effort trying to decide here. I don't know if I can go that way or not. I know I can go this way. So let me go ahead and mark that. I've spent a bit of effort, quite a bit of effort and time getting all the trailers off the map. And maybe I think I can go this way. I don't know if I can squeeze through there though. But yeah, let's just find a way to here. Oh no, I can't get up there. That's right. That is impassable. Of course. You can delete an intermediate point if you get the right angle. But sometimes it's hard to get the right angle. No, stop adding points. I want to remove them, not add them. Right. Good. Where was I? What was I talking about? What's my name again? I swear this is still easier than trying to take the road. The road is a mess. Just gonna follow this side of the river as much as I can. I could go on the river to here. That doesn't help me very much. Let's just stay on the river, and we will take a chance. Oh, my volume on my headset was down. Sorry about that, folks. I thought the volume sounded a little low. Yeah, okay. Well, 20 minutes into halfway through the episode, I realized my volume is too low. Yeah, I've had that happen before. Nothing new for me, getting the volume messed up, unfortunately. Yeah, I during my breaks, I'll set my headset down, and sometimes it will change the volume, and I will forget to double check it. Now, is this a reasonable road? That's not an icy hill, is it? I don't remember it being an icy hill. If it is, I'll have to adjust even more. I know that swamp area and it's full of crackly ice because I just did a task getting through there on that Resvani Hercules. All right. Yeah, I should have given a warning to people. Turn your volume down. I know you had to turn it up to start at the start of the video. Turn it down now. I'm going to turn my headset volume up. Sometimes you can barely hear me over the background music if I don't have the volume up right. So I do apologize. Okay. But I can't start this over again. We do it live here, folks. No save files in this game. I have sometimes started Civilization videos over from the previous save, but there's no save files in this game. Alright, that's the way I'm going, pointed north. Screwy way across here, but otherwise it's basically following the left bank of the river. If that is the left bank. Which way is the river flow? It flows that way. Oh, and it's as you go down there, so it is the left bank of the tributary. It's supposed to come from here. Okay. If I remember that right. Ah, it's almost convenient. Oh. Already I went wrong. Can I still get there from here? Probably. This is the Mastodon, baby. Rocks? What rocks? Trees? I didn't see any trees. The thing is not indestructible, and I have tipped them before. But, it's doing okay. It's not going to flip over if it's hitched on that thing. I'm afraid it is going to cause the truck to flip over though. I need to turn my volume down some. I had turned it up before, but now I'm driving this big old Mastodon. With my mic volume down, you probably couldn't hear. So, I don't know, I think the game music is also lower when I have the... I think it's just the microphone is lower when I have the volume down on my headset. I don't know. Do I know? Oh, you know what? I have some ice cold soda here next to me, which I am going to take a big gulp of. Earlier in the stream, I was drinking from my water bottle, which is probably better for me, but I'm an old guy. What do I care about what's better for me? It's not like I got much of a future left anyway. Oh, and supposedly I can get across here somehow, right? Yeah, see, look at that thing. Oh, but this baby, you know what? I forgot. This thing has a great suspension. The Thunder does. It can climb over a bunch of rocks all on its own. That's right. Zigzag back there. Just gotta make sure I do not lose the truck or the trailer into the actual running water. Better if it starts to get caught in the crackly ice, because then this thing could probably just winch and out. Oh, ouch! That was a lot of suspension damage. I gotta remember that these things will flip up and smack you. Smack you good. I hope I find the garage soon, though. I do have some repair points with me. The Wrangler has, I think, a few repair points. The Rizvani has a bunch of repair points. It's like 450 repair points. It's actually one of the things I use to go out and repair vehicles in the field that I have to repair and, you know, take back someplace. Task. Recover this vehicle, and then take it back somewhere fast. Yeah, I don't know what's... I was really mad at this map when I first started. I'm probably going to be mad at the next one, too. Because there's no way to know where the crackly ice is, and it's also not very accurate as far as showing you where icy patches are, slopes. Sometimes it looks like you can get up someplace and you can't. So there are places that you just, it looks like road. It shows it as a road on the map, but it's actually completely covered in snow that you can't get through, that kind of thing. And so I wish you could mark on the map, like, don't go this way, here will be dragons, but you don't have that ability. And they just rely on you. Part of the challenge is memorizing where all the bad areas are on the map, or going on a wiki or watching a playthrough or something to find out where the bad areas are, which is a bit ridiculous. And it's even more ridiculous for an old guy with a bad memory. Barely, I guess I had it. So, I was going to say reasonably smart, but never had a memory commensurate with my other so-called smartness. Whatever smart means. I did really well in school. I got straight A's in college, or whatever that's worth. But it wasn't exactly an Ivy League college either, so. But memorizing things, I remember on like, calculus 4 or whatever, which I didn't take calculus until college. Didn't have calculus in high school, so I had to take some remedial math courses to get into the university math. But yeah, I had flashcards to try to remember all the integration rules and things. It's very torturous. Would never want to go to medical school because it's all about memorization. Maybe I just don't have the patience for it. I think that's a good part of it. I don't want to have to memorize stuff. No, I don't know. You just, look stuff up. You don't need flashcards. I made on, pieces of, whatever those would call them, not postcards, note cards. So I'm guessing you could still buy in the office supply store. Index cards, that's what they're called. Yeah, I wrote down all the formulas, like the sine, indefinite interval of sine is negative cosine, cosine is sine, all that stuff. Alright, I'm backing up, and you know what? I'm going to abuse this truck while I do it, because I don't care. You get damaged, I'm fine with that. As long as you can still run the radar truck, which you don't even need the engine on to run the radar truck, so. The radar trailer, or pew, whatever you call it. I'll call it a whole bunch of different things, because remember, of my memory, I can't remember anything. Oh, okay, now we're into crappy ice for sure, but you know what? All I need is a little bit lower gear and behind and I've got the thing pegged to the left, the steering wheel, and the ice is pulling me back into it, but I'm okay. The ice doesn't get much worse than that. Yeah, this is, I'm going to have to go from here for nothing but over the cross. And if I have to, I will move ahead a little bit and then winch. And then I was doing that with the Wrangler anyway. And I was just driving the Wrangler around, hitching the trailers, scout trailers and stuff, with the portable exploration unit. I had the prototype exploration unit, the pew, and then behind that I had a fuel trailer to have all this extra fuel with me. And if I got stuck, I had to unhitch from, or unwinch from the fuel trailer, but then sometimes I couldn't even tow or even be attached to the prototype exploration unit, so I have to unhitch that and then winch it, move ahead a little bit, winch it, drag it over to me, and then re-winch the fuel trailer and drag that over to me. So this is not going to be much harder than that if I have to end up abandoning this vehicle. In fact, it will be easier. I won't have to hitch it once, because I'm sure I can, with my winch and my raw power, I can am I turning left here? I can drag, won't never have to detach. I think this is the right way. I've tried all kinds of different ways. I tried using the Wrangler with the articulated bed and Brigadier I've got with an articulated bed. I would just drive the Wrangler up there. Then I would have to hitch Wrangler and then just winch to it, and that thing will get stuck in the crackly ice. On both rocks and snow. But this thing is raw power, and it has diff lock, permanent diff lock, permanent all-wheel drive. So it's got high gear diff lock, which the American vehicles do not have. This is based on, from what I am told, what do I know? I don't know the history of the trucks, but from what I am told, this is based on an old Soviet missile carrier truck. So it's got, if I went into the cab view, you would see, well, it's got dual front cab. Dual front cabs. You go into cab view, you only see one half of it. You need a co-pilot to see the other half. So, and the two cabs are not connected to each other. I don't know if they both have steering wheels or something, maybe in case nuclear missiles, if they blow up half of the truck on one side. The co-pilot can still get that nuke in position. I don't even know if the whole thing is true about that. And all the Russian vehicles are based on, they're mock-ups of something similar to, because, if it's an old Soviet missile carrier truck, it's not like you can ask permission from the Soviet Union to use their you can buy a license from Jeep to use their vehicle in the game, but it's not like you can buy a license in the Soviet Union anymore to use their vehicles. Yeah, I get a little crazy with this vehicle, and like I said, I have flipped it in the past. Not very often, but I get crazy with it because I feel indestructible in this vehicle, but I still have to. I was saying earlier in the stream in the last episode that I was giving up on this game until I was turned on to this vehicle. I thought the game might just be too difficult for me. And you know what? It still might be too difficult for me. We'll find out. I may be doing this playthrough and be into the 17th region in however many years from now. And yeah, I know that truck is flipping. Find out, I gotta stop the playthrough now. 2 reasons short or 4 reasons short of the end because I just don't have the skill to do things. Speaking of not having the skill to do things, on my YouTube channel I do have started a playthrough of Age of Empires, all the scenarios, and I got into the 4th campaign and then I had to quit it because I couldn't finish it. And much frustration because I loved Age of Empires 2. And it came out on the Xbox not too long before a year or so before I bought it and started playthrough. Loved the game, used to play it all the time on PC. Unfortunately, I can't play any game with mouse and keyboard because my tendonitis in my wrists and my index finger. Too much mouse clicking in my youth. I can't play video games with the mouse. Like I do all my work on tablets and I play all my games on phone. And I tried. You can use a mouse and keyboard to play it on console on the Xbox. But yeah, I I plugged in the mouse and the keyboard, and I used the mouse and keyboard interface, which is better. I mean, they have the best. Age of Empires is the only RTS. They have the absolute best that you can play fairly well with a controller. But it just came out anyway. I started all this because it just came out as of the day I'm recording this. It had just came out on the PlayStation, which I'm so glad that Sony and Microsoft are cooperating more now. They, a lot of games that you can only get on PlayStation, like Tony Hawk, is available on the Xbox now, and then vice versa. Microsoft publishes Minecraft, and for years, the PlayStation wouldn't join they had a version of Minecraft that was made by somebody else, but they wouldn't do crossplay just because they didn't want to do anything with Microsoft. But eventually they got a new CEO or COO or whatever, and now they cooperate a lot more, which is nice to see. Because all us console players need to stick together. Okay, now that I am here, I am immediately, which is my want, but it might just be a waste of fuel. I'm going to immediately, drive forward so this ghosting is an issue. Now I'm going to switch to the other vehicle. Whoa, it's icy here, huh? And activate the radar. Radar. Pew, pew, pew. I'm going to put the all-wheel drive on too. I don't think it's going to matter. See, upgrade location discovered right here. How close? It's probably far away from the road. And a new objective. And another new objective. Now, if anything is close to the road that I just missed with the Rizvani when I was going by, let's look on the map. Because the Rizvani can probably get to some of these things now. Yep, it can. So I can switch back to the Hercules and get to at least this place. Where's the Hercules? It's here. How do I select you again? There. Select marker. Select marker. Okay, there we go. Let's go in here. Let's clear these waypoints. And let's go back. And get to these things. Which looks like it might be a bit of a challenge, but I think I can get there. I'll get to these things, and then I'm probably going to 43 minutes. I'm probably going to actually end this YouTube episode. Oh, they didn't stay on the screen very long. And come over here. Just to highlight those, and where's the upgrade? Oh, it's way over here. Okay. I see the upgrade is there now. I can see this trailer now. Fuel carrier trailer. Excellent. Okay. Yeah, let's go back. And let's switch it to morning, right? Yeah, it's just dark. This thing has quite a bit of extra fuel, so it can probably help fuel the prototype exploration unit when it needs it. All right, that's deep snow. Where am I on the map? There? That's supposed to be the intersection. Okay. There's like a big rock and a tree in the way there. And, switch on. Well, I may have to get the other vehicle out of here just to get this. Oh, wait, no, I want to go forward in there. What am I doing? I want to go on the main road and go down this road, pointing forward. I don't want to go down this road pointing backwards. That would be a bit ridiculous. I may actually not make it all the way there before I end the episode. Oh, what are you talking about? This is a road? See, this is what I'm talking about on the map. The map shows it as a road, right? There's trees growing in the middle of your road. How old is this map? I've said this before. It's like a map from a 20-year-old Google map. And is not accurate anymore. You got an old, well, in the U.S. it's AAA, Automotive Association map. You got a map from a gas station 20 years ago, fuel station, international audience, 20 years ago. Oh, I think this is probably crackly ice. It is. Make it go. Make it confidence. I'm in the Hercules. Better than not. Better than Brigadier. I got stuck on this map already in the Brigadier. That's supposed to be the road. That's why there's tire tracks on it. I'm counting on that tree being strong enough to keep me from tipping it back. See, I'm making it. The thing can plow through some pretty good snow, but it's not like the... I mean, I have good tires on it. These are all paid DLC vehicles. I did spend... The only thing you missed on YouTube in this entire adventure is I spent... Not there. Now I don't need it. Bad attachments. The only thing you missed in this playthrough is I spent 6 hours getting I ground out levels by doing the, there's a food delivery task right after you get out of the garage in Michigan. You can do that over and over again. Because it's a contest. Because it's a contest, you can do it over and over again. Build up levels that way. Spent about 6 hours. Didn't think I should stream that. That would have been about 1 stream's worth. And then I was able to get all the upgrades on the vehicles. Once I get my stars up. Old scrap mill. There are plenty of... What? There are plenty of samovars. Okay, that's not a word. There are plenty of samovars to be found inside the abandoned village on the island. That's some good money to be made. Why don't you go collect some? Okay, I'll go collect some, even though... Oh, they got it. I was thinking, even though it's only 520 smackaroonies, no, 20 stars, 6,000. That's actually pretty good. Whoops, wrong button. I don't want to actually do that task right now, though. It's okay. I'm going to go select the other one, and I'm not going to go any further. I haven't scouted here. Once I get to this thing, it's the edge of this. Could look around a little bit by using the photo mode. Oh, let me guess. I'm supposed to repair this and take it somewhere. Or something similar. Nighttime delivery. Listen up. I got a job for you, Iceman. There's this guy out there. And he wants to... I can't do a Russian accent. I apologize. I'm just doing my Michigan accent. No, that's not a Michigan accent either. It wasn't a Alaska accent either, but I used in Alaska too. What was the third region? Oh, Tamir. Yeah, that was also a Russian region. Yeah, same accent. Listen up. I got a job for you, Iceman. There's this guy out there, and he wants a certain car. beats me, why? But it's none of my business. If he wants a certain motor, he's got his reasons. Just keep your mouth shut. Deal? Wait a minute, why do I have to keep my mouth shut? Would you steal this car? He wants a certain car, and he needs you to go steal it for him. What kind of a job? Is this GTA? It's a SnowRunner. This isn't Grand Theft Auto. All right, I'll accept it. Money's terrible, but I'll accept it. I will not start tracking it. I don't want to track anything. Did I say I wanted to track that other one? No. I need to track. Anyway, yes, I'm going to end the episode here, folks. And it's a nice little... I'm guessing that's the vehicle. Yeah, it's not showing up on my map, but that looks like a loaf or something, whatever. Yeah, I want to bring the other thing here and scan this, and I'm never going to get it there on its own. Oh, look at this. See, I didn't know I could go this way. I could have kept going and come over here, but I didn't see that until... Okay, well, I'll drive the pew 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 over here and scan around here. And I still need to get back, find my way to that thing somehow, but I'll go around this way. Get there. Oh, that's the edge of the map right there. Okay. In that case, I will scan. Whoa. Boy, you can really zoom in. It's a small map. I'll scan like here-ish from the pew pew pew. Then I will probably get the entire edge of the map there. Yeah, that's cool. All right, but that will be in the next YouTube episode. Oh, and you know what? I stopped being able to hear myself because my thing, my cord on my thing got messed up. So I hope I'm still broadcasting. I think I am. Anyway, I'll fix that during my break. So if you're watching on Twitch, the next, I'm going to be back in just a few minutes here. If you're watching on YouTube, the next YouTube episode will be the next weekday evening at 6 p.m. U.S. Central Time, which is... There we go. Now I can hear myself. No, it's not going to be 6 p.m. It's going to be noon. The next weekday afternoon at noon. I cannot do two things at once. I can hear myself now, so I know I'm still streaming. Anyway, yes, Twitch, stick around. I'll be back in just a few minutes. YouTube, next episode, 6 p.m. in the UK, 0600 next day in New Zealand. So either way, I will, thanks for watching. I'll see you then.